Shadowsun here. Welcome back to my channel. I am back where I usually film, just in a different place this time around. I have my window open, so you are going to hear some background noise, some chirping, and hopefully not too many cars. I've been trying to record this video for a little while, but I'm either having issues with the wind outside or something else. It's not super windy today, but I didn't want to have the wind obstruct the video. So anyhow, I want to say welcome to all my new subscribers. I'm really excited for this month. I have a lot of different content coming up, meditation series coming up next week, starting next week, and into April. I'm going to have a few other topics in the middle. So anyhow, this week for this topic and video, I want to talk about community. I've been thinking a lot about community, what community means, that kind of thing, and I've been really thinking about what community is for me. I'm part of several groups, one of which is a group group for people who are really into spirituality in any form, and also I'm into a group for people with disabilities. I'm in a group with people who are in the LGBTQ plus community, and I'm in a group with both of those things, where both disability and being a part of the LGBTQ plus community intersect. And as such, it got me to think about how community can really help. I never thought I would be a part of any type of community. I've always practiced by myself in terms of paganism and witchcraft. I've always done my own thing. I never really thought I would be a part of any type of community or organization, but I'm finding that that's really important to me at this point, both for my spiritual practice and, my own beliefs, but also for the aspect of just really being a part of something bigger than me, and that's what these groups have given me. And in the description of the video, I encourage you to look at both the post that I wrote for this video and also the resources within that post, in addition to the resources I'm going to link below. I encourage you to follow all the people I list, some of which include Thorn Mooney, Matt Auryn, Cricket Song on Facebook, her page, and also her group Practical Witchcraft, also a few other people as well. Matt Auryn is also on that list as well, in addition to, I believe, 2 other people that are awesome people that I love looking at stuff on Twitter, and I'm always on Twitter, as I mentioned in another video. Anyway, as such, with these communities and groups that I'm in, it really got me to think not only about like intersectionality and inclusion, but also how you can learn from these people. If you find a community on Facebook or on Twitter or Instagram even, I know there's tons of hashtags out there, like hashtag witches of Instagram, pagans of Instagram, etc. I encourage you to check out Facebook and any other community online. And if you at any point feel like you feel uncomfortable, you feel like somebody's making you feel weird or you feel unsafe, let someone know in the group and the moderators let them know and report it, because not everybody has the community's interest at heart. But that being said, like, communities on Facebook or just communities in general can help, especially during these times. Also, as practitioners of paganism and any type of other witchcraft, I feel like, or just paganism in general, I feel like these groups can really help us come together and talk to people that we wouldn't have never talked to. Maybe you're a solitary who doesn't have a group around you, like myself, or maybe you just want people to talk to about how to do a particular spell. Maybe you have a question, maybe you have an experience you want to share. These are the groups you look at, and most groups are welcoming, and there's no reason why a community can't be formed. And I feel like for me, a community is a place where people are welcome, people are encouraged to ask questions, and people are respected. And I'm in all these groups and these communities. Everyone respects one another to and as they should. People respect one another, people feel welcomed, people feel like they can get their questions answered, and through reading those questions I learned how to do something from somebody whose practice is vastly different from my own. But I've also found people who practice similarly to me, for which I've found really interesting new ways of doing something I thought I would never do. You know, a different way to cast a spell using a candle, or a different way to create a spell using a jar, or something like that. And even on YouTube, you know, the witch community on YouTube is a great place to find people, even if it's interacting through comments. So these are just some thoughts that I have. You know, check out things online, look at the resources below, you know, check out your channels on YouTube here, other witches and other pagans, see if they have Facebook groups or things you can interact with people. Go on Instagram, and you know, there are places out there to create community. And you know, for me, with these communities, both the ones that are related to witchcraft, like, you know, Practical Witchcraft, and all the people I follow on Twitter, I find that I'm really learning a lot from people. And even with the ones that aren't related to witchcraft, like me being a part of like the group with the LGBT plus community, groups that I'm in, I feel like I'm learning a lot about how a lot of these things interact with each other, because I find that for someone who has a disability like myself, I find that a lot of times you get a lot of people who don't realize that, you know, these things do intersect. You know, I am a disabled person who is part of the LGBTQ plus community, and people forget that. And I think it just goes back to education and learning and being inclusive. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please check out the links below, and I will speak to you all soon. Many blessings.